So they're saying that the Obama administration was behind Russiagate. And this isn't some conspiracy theory. This is from Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national security. But wait, let me just take you back in time for a moment. This is when Trump was on 60 Minutes.
Was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
There's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is. It's all over the place. Leslie,
Sir,
they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes, and we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify
It's been totally verified.
No.
It's been, just go down and get the papers. They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie.
But wait, there's more.
In the history of our country, been in a situation where an adversary, a foreign power, is working so hard to influence the outcome of the election. And believe me, they're not doing it to get me elected. They're doing it to try to influence the election for Donald Trump. Now, maybe because he has praised Putin, maybe because he says he agrees with a lot of what Putin wants to do, maybe because he wants to do business in Moscow. I don't know the reasons. But we deserve answers, and we should demand that Donald release all of his tax returns so that people can see what are the entanglements and the financial relationships.
We're going to get to that later.
That he has
Secretary
with
Clinton,
Russians and
you're out
other
of time.
foreign powers.
Well, I think I should
Mr.
respond
Trump.
because I don't know Putin. I think it would be great if we got along with Russia because we could fight ISIS together as an example, but I don't know Putin. But I notice anytime anything wrong happens, they like to say, the Russians, she doesn't know if it's the Russians doing the hacking. Maybe there is no hacking, but they always blame Russia. And the reason they blame Russia is because they think they're trying to tarnish me with Russia. I know nothing about Russia. I know about Russia, but I know nothing about the inner workings of Russia. I don't deal there. I have no businesses there. I have no loans from Russia. I have a very, very great balance sheet, so great that when I did the old post office on Pennsylvania Avenue, the United States government, because of my balance sheet, which they actually know very well, chose me to do the old post office between the White House and Congress, chose me to do the old post office. One of the primary things, in fact, perhaps the primary thing, was balance sheet. But I have no loans with Russia. You could go to the United States government and they would probably tell you that because they know my sheet very well in order to get.
So you guys, the director of national intelligence just released a 100-page document full of transcripts, emails, and other material. In this press release, she outlines key findings. Here's what it says. In the months leading up to the November 16 election, the intelligence community assessed that Russia is not probably using cyber means to influence the election. On December 7th of that same year, 2016, talking points were drafted for the then DNA Clapper statement stating that Russia did not use any cyber means to affect the election. December 9th of that year, President Obama called a meeting of all senior officials to discuss Russia. After that meeting, DNA Clapper's executive assistant drafted an email stating that they were going to refocus a new intelligence community assessment on all ways that Russia could have influenced the election. And this was done at the president's request. Obama officials then leaked false claims to the media stating that Russia did use cyber means and methods to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. January 6th of 2017, a new intelligence community assessment was released stating that Russia did use multiple methods, cyber means, to influence the election. The evidence that they used to create this new intelligence community assessment was primarily the Steele dossier. Nothing will probably come of this. Nothing ever happens to anybody, so probably just a waste of time.